Good morning, students. Already we have completed story of microorganisms 1. That means on that we have identified how the microorganisms will be. So microorganisms are in the form of bacteria, virus, next in the form of microarthropods and protozoa, fungi and algae, etc. Okay. So we have already seen all these microorganisms and their examples. Now let me know more in detail about these microorganisms. Okay. Microorganisms is known as friends and foes. Okay, friends and foes. The microorganisms which are act as a friends to the human beings. Okay, that means the microorganisms which are useful to us are known as friends, and which cause diseases are known as, which cause harm is known as foes. Okay, so microorganisms are present everywhere in the world. Okay, that means we can see microorganisms in our hands, and we can see microorganisms in our surroundings, in the air, in the water and in the soil too. Okay, within the bodies of animals and plants, over the surfaces as well. So the microorganisms are present inside the bodies of animals and also in the plants. Okay, so microorganisms are useful to us in different kinds, and also they are harmful to us in different ways. Okay, so useful microorganisms, useful in sense, useful friendly organisms. Okay, some microorganisms are useful to our daily life. For example, in making of curd and in preparation of idli, dosa, bread and cake. Some microorganisms are also useful in the preparation of medicines required to cure different diseases. Some of them are farmer friendly as they increase soil fertility. Let us do some activities how microbes are useful to us. So, useful microorganisms. So, some organisms we use in our daily life is to prepare curd and they are useful in the idli batter, dosa batter, and also in the bread making, and also in the preparation of cakes. Okay, some microorganisms are also useful to cure the diseases, and some microorganisms are useful to farmers. They increase the soil fertility. Okay, so let me know, or let me do some activities regarding these microorganisms. Okay, take some lukewarm milk in 2 small bowls. Add a few drops of buttermilk or curd in one of the bowls. In the second bowl, do not add anything. Keep the 2 bowls in a warm place and observe the milk in the bowls after 5 to 6 hours. What changes did you observe? What is the reason for this? Powdered buttermilk contains bacterium named as lactobacillus and this lactobacillus converts the milk into curd. Okay, what he is telling us to take 2 bowls. So in that 2 bowls we took lukewarm milk. Okay, and one of the bowl we have added curd or buttermilk. To the one bowl we have not added anything else. We just remained these 2 bowls at a certain temperature, and after 5 to 6 hours, the bowl which we have mixed or which we have dropped buttermilk or curd is changing into bowl is started changing into the formation of curd. And here what happens? These milk used to become as curd, but it is not considered as curd. Okay. So what is happening here? So here lactobacillus is transforming lukewarm milk into the curd. Okay. Here it does not contain any bacteria. Simply it doesn't contain it doesn't form a curd. Okay. Take 100 grams of maida in a bowl, add 1 or 2 spoons of yeast powder, add some water and knead it to make dough. Keep the dough in a warm place, observe the dough after 3 to 4 hours. What changes do you observe in the dough? What might be the reason? Discuss with your friends and write about it. You might have observed your mother preparing fermented foods like idli and dosa. What will be the reason for preparing idli and dosa one day before? In the above diagram, yeast was added to maida dough placed in one of the 2 cups identified. So when the yeast is added to the dough for preparing bread, the dough rises. This is due to the production of CO2 gas during the process of fermentation. Bubbles of the gas fills the dough, increase its volume and makes it spongy in nature. So here again, after completing this activity, he is doing another activity by taking maida dough. Okay. So he took maida dough in one of the 2 cups, and to this cup he added yeast powder. Okay. Yeast powder. Yeast is a fungi, useful fungi. Okay. So after a period of time, the dough which contains yeast powder starts increasing. The dough which does not contain yeast powder remains the same. This dough, so this yeast powder used to ferment the maida dough, and it forms bubbles, and it contains CO2 gas. So this CO2 gas makes the dough to be soft. Okay. Next activity about commercial use of microorganisms. Next activity is regarding commercial use. Take some water in 2 separate beakers. Add 5 to 10 spoons of sugar to each beaker. Then add 2 to 3 spoons of yeast to one of the bowls only. Close both the bowls with lids and keep them in a warm place. After 3 to 4 hours, remove the lids and smell the contents. What differences did you observe between the 2 bowls? What will be the reason for the order in a yeast mixed bowl? This is the characteristic smell of alcohol. Sugars are converted into alcohol by yeast. This process of conversion of sugars into alcohol is known as fermentation. This process is used on a large scale in the production of alcohol, wine, beer and acetic acid. Yeast is grown in natural sugars present in grains like barley, wheat, rice and crushed fruit juices like grapes. Molasses produced in the sugar industry is used in the preparation of ethyl alcohol by adding yeast for fermentation process. So next activity is regarding commercial use of microorganisms. Here in the 2 bowls he took sugar solution, and to the sugar solution they added yeast. Okay, after a period of time, or after a 3 to 4 hours, so the sugar solution which is mixed up with yeast powder starts some characteristic smell. Okay, so that characteristic smell of alcohol. Okay, alcohol is prepared by using yeast to the sugar solution. Okay, so such process is known as fermentation. Okay, so the process of conversion of sugars into alcohol is known as fermentation. That means to the sugar solution we have added some yeast powder. Through that yeast, the sugar solution is converted into alcohol. Such process is known as fermentation. This process is used in a large scale production of alcohol, wine, beer and also in the preparation of acetic acid. Okay, molasses from the sugar industry. Okay. In the presence of yeast powder, this molasses will convert into ethyl alcohol through the fermentation process. Okay, like this they use some microorganisms to produce to the commercial use. Okay, next one, medicinal use of microorganisms. Sometimes when we fall ill, get injured or need to undergo an operation, doctors prescribe some medicines that kill the bacteria involved. Such medicines are called as antibiotics. These antibiotics are produced by growing specific microorganisms. Nowadays, a number of antibiotics like penicillin, tetracycline, streptomycin and erythromycin are being produced. Antibiotics help in curing many bacterial diseases like typhoid, gonorrhea and prevent infections like septicemia. Antibiotics are also used to control the bacterial diseases in plants and animals. So next one is medicinal uses of microorganisms. So sometimes when we fall ill, so doctor used to prescribe us about some antibiotics. Okay, antibiotics such as penicillin, tetracycline, streptomycin, erythromycin are coming from the microorganisms. These microorganisms are grown in the specific medium. Through that we will get antibiotics, and these antibiotics are used to kill the bacterial diseases like typhoid and gonorrhea, and also prevents infections like septicemia. Okay, these antibiotics are also used to control the bacterial diseases in plants and animals. Okay, next one, do you know we must use antibiotics prescribed by a qualified doctor. If you use antibiotics without consulting a qualified doctor, it may harm you. Unnecessary use of antibiotics affects blood cells with fighting infections. Sometimes they may kill useful bacteria too in our intestine, and this increases the resistance towards antibiotics. Excessive use of antibiotics weakens the body. So what he is saying, that excessive use of antibiotics will weaken our body. We have to use antibiotics which are prescribed by the physician, not by our own use, because sometimes they may cause infections to our body. Okay, they cannot fight against the bacteria which are causing diseases to our body. Okay.